Things I like about Bookoutlet. 1, they're Canadian. Located in Canada. Canada represent. Number 2, their site is full of cheap books. Number 3, when those cheap books are on sale, they're even cheaper and it's awesome. Number 4, these bears are just darn cute. They officially have a name now, and that's Stax. So that's Stax the bear. That one over there, which, you know, you can barely see there, that is still Sir Books-A-Lot, but that is now Stax. Number 5, on the already sailed cheap books part, they give you awesome coupons to make books even cheaper. I've saved so much money with this website. I love Bookoutlet. I love Bookoutlet. Black Friday was a thing that just happened, and so therefore there was a Black Friday sale, which was full of super awesome, and I got 11 books. 11 books for you to see. And I'm really happy with these books. There's fantasy and there's sci-fi. Those are my genres. I've been gravitating towards sci-fi when it comes to looking for books lately. In fact, during this sale, I ordered from them twice. So, like, the first day was the Thursday that the sale started, and then, like, a couple days later when I saw more books that I didn't see before. I bought 8 books in the first run, 3 books on the second run. Let's get to this. This first book, I have been waiting for it to come out in paperback because I own the other book by this author in paperback, and that is Armada by Ernest Cline, though I'm kind of disappointed with the style of the paperback. I was hoping it could look like the hardback, but alas, it doesn't, and it's fine. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about this, but I'm hoping to give my own opinion about this. I loved Ready Player One. It was my #1 book of 2015. These next 2 books have been selling on Bookoutlet like hotcakes, and the last time I tried to get these, they sold out really fast. But it is book 2 and book 3 of the Ruby Red trilogy. You have, I believe Blue Sapphire is the second one. I don't know. Blue Sapphire and Emerald Green by Kirsten Gere. I have the first book, and so now I have all 3 books to possibly binge read the trilogy. Time travel. That's what this is about. This next book, I did not know it was a book before it was a movie. The movie was okay. It had Hayden Christensen in it, and I liked the concept of not enough, but it is Jumper by Stephen Gould. This is about Davy, who has the ability to teleport, so like he can jump from place to place, and there is much excitement involved with that. From what I remember of the movie, there was a lot of suspense and like a lot of things happening with the ability of jumping and teleporting and other people who can do so and people after the main character. I thought I'd give this a go because I kind of enjoyed the movie even though it had really mixed reviews. Next we have The Forever Watch by David Ramirez. This is about a woman who is a gifted psychic. In this world, women have a breeding duty to, I guess, produce a child. And so after she has her breeding duty completed, she goes into this tailspin depression because, you know, obviously she's mourning the loss of the child. She'll never know because she has to give it up. Kind of like a mystery because this is a policeman who engages her skills as a psychic into investigating his mentor's violent death. So I thought the concept of like the breeding program was interesting, and they're psychics and it's a sci-fi mystery. Also, all that's left of humanity is on a 1,000-year journey to a new planet aboard one ship, the Noah, which is also carrying a dangerous serial killer. So it also takes place in space. Yay! Next I have a very pretty cover which caught my eye, and that is Corsair by James L. Cambias. This is essentially about 2 people who go into, they both have gone to school at MIT, and like they're 2 genius computer programmers with different goals. One's more into like space piracy, the other one works for the government, and there's this they're both trying to protect this certain ore shipment on another planet, and something's happening with it, and I guess they both have to kind of work together. I think this is more of like character development and kind of a mystery because they're both in a world of trouble. It's interesting to see how the mystery will unfold and what exactly happens with this. Plus, it's a very pretty cover. Next, we have Fangland by John Marks. This is essentially like a modern Dracula retelling. Main character Evangeline Harker is an employee at the legendary TV news magazine The Hour, sent on assignment to track down the notorious Eastern European crime boss named Ion Torgu. She disappears only to turn up months later in a Transylvanian monastery, her memory seemingly scrubbed. And of course, there's rumors that this European crime boss comes to New York for things. So essentially, modern day Dracula. Vampires, love it. Next, we have A Dark Run by Mike Brooks. This is another one of those ragtag space pirate smuggling teams where, you know, they go on jobs and stuff. The ship is called the Kiko, and it's a ship of smugglers and soldiers of fortune, obviously. They travel Earth's colony planet searching for their next job, but the captain, Ichabod Drift, is being blackmailed into doing a super secret smuggling run called Dark Run to, like, basically Earth, and they can't be seen, and it's gonna be suspenseful, full of danger. I'm getting a very, like, Firefly-esque feel out of this just because it's a ship full of smugglers. Beyond that, I don't think it's anything like it. Enter a corrupt galaxy where criminals like the crew on the Keiko are often the best people in it, especially when they're motivated by revenge. So this is I'm hoping for a lot of fun reads in 2017. I was gonna say 16, but this is shit. Next, we have A Bridge of Years by Robert Charles Wilson. This is about a man who suffers a loss in love. I don't know whether this person has died or broke up or whatever. And he becomes this hermit in this place and soon discovers in his safe haven a portal of a tunnel through time, and at one end is the present and the other end is New York City 1963. So he goes in it and lives in the 60s, but also there's someone else with access to that time portal who just happens to be a human killing machine escaped from a bleak and brutal future who will do anything to protect the secret passage that he thought was his alone. Time travel. I love time travel, and I love it. It's one of my... I need to read more books with time travel. I do. Just, Kayla, read the books. Need to read a lot of good books with time travel. I totally did not even realize that I got 2 books by Robert Charles Wilson. I didn't even know this until just now. But I have The Affinities by Robert Charles Wilson. This is another book I got of his. Go Robert Charles Wilson for luring me into 2 of his books without me knowing it's the same author. But basically this is in a world where, in our rapidly changing world of social media, everyday people are increasingly able to sort themselves into social groups based on finer and finer criteria. This process has recently been supercharged by new analytical technologies like brain mapping and sorts. To join one of the 22 affinities is to change one's life. I guess if you want to make analogies to other books, this is like picking a faction in Divergent, sort of. But you have these affinities and they have the technology to see which one you're going to be good for, and basically your fellow members aren't just like you, and they aren't just people who are likely to like you. They're the people with whom you can best cooperate in all areas of life, creative, interpersonal, and financial. But, you know, life isn't always what you seem. It's like this faction that the main character goes into seems utopian, but it's not. And warring of the factions might happen in the future. What happens next will change Adam and his world forever. So, very intriguing. This is getting me excited for reading again. Oh, 2017, you're gonna be a good year. I feel it. This last book is just like, I saw it and I had to have it. I've read it before, and I've seen the TV series, the miniseries that was based on the book. But like I saw the TV series, miniseries, and then I got the book from the library. I do a lot of explaining before I show you the book. It's intrigue. I'm intriguing you. You're like, what is this book that you're talking about, Kayla? What is it? I got The Mists of Avalon by Marion Zimmer Bradley. Yeah, Marion Zimmer Bradley. I've read this book when I was a teenager. I loved the miniseries that came out in the 2000s, starring Juliana Margulies and other people who escaped me. It was very good. I want to watch that now. I think I might watch it. It's got Sam Neill in it and just the whole King Arthur legend. I love the King Arthur legend, and I love when Morgana or Morgan Le Fay is actually not a bad guy, because she's always portrayed as this evil bad guy, and she's not in this. Like, she's the main character. I just love it. I love the whole the priestess of Avalon, and just, oh, Angelica Houston in that series. It's just, I loved it. I cannot wait to read this again, because reading something that you've already familiar with is awesome. It's like a reread, but many, many years later. So it's nice, big, and floppy too. Oh, I love big floppy books. Maybe I will pick this up for the next tome topple. That might be a thing. I'm getting some very good tomes in mind for tome topple, because this is definitely like 800-ish pages. I need to reorganize my bookshelves now because I have more books to put on it. I think it was a very good haul. I think I'm getting just a little bit more picky about the books that I get. Trust me, I spend a long time on Bookoutlet before I even like commit to some of these books. Oh, and cheap books. I love cheap books. Kayla, put these books down without dropping them. Can you do that? Thank you so much for watching. Tell me in the comments below if you've read any of these books. They're kind of out there. Not many of them are mainstream. I don't see a lot of them on BookTube a lot, mostly because, well, like Armada, of course. But I definitely want to branch out into some other books that I don't see a lot of, that maybe I can get other people interested in them if I like them, of course. There are a lot more books out there than just the mainstream bestsellers, and I want to explore them, as well as read the mainstream bestsellers as well, if they find them interesting. I'm babbling. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you Bookoutlet for being awesome. Just saying. Awesome. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!